Hey friend, and welcome back to my channel. My name is HaileyLynn, and I share with you all things cozy, both thrifting and slow living, where I challenge you and I learn myself how to live more simply. Today, I'm going to share with you a really important concept to slow down, to simplify your life, and find meaning and purpose. Again, in seasons that feel like you're numbing out, or you're just exhausted, or it's hard to get out of bed, and I have totally been there. I was on that hamster wheel of I'm doing good, I'm productive, and then there's burnout. And so today I'm going to share with you this essential practice to living slow. I hope you stick around. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe down below. I come out with videos hopefully once a week. I say that because I'm about to deliver my baby girl and I'm so excited. She'll be my third baby. I have twin boys. Upload schedule might slow down a little bit for good reason as I get used to having a newborn in the home again. I usually come out with 2 to 3 videos a week. So consistency might go down a little bit, but for good reason. Let's dive into this really important practice, and that's defining your values and priorities. A lot of people use the word values and priorities interchangeably, whatever floats your boat. But for me, it's really important for me to define my values. So what are values? How are they different than goals? So if you think about a goal is a destination. If you're in a boat traveling somewhere, I don't know why you'd be in a boat. I'm from Arizona. There's not that many boats around, but let's just use that analogy. You're in a boat, you're trying to get somewhere, you're having your Moana era, and you're trying to get to Maui to save the heart of Tahiti. Let's just say a goal would be to get to, I think it's Maui. Now I gotta look this up, it's killing me. I'm probably shaking your head like, oh my gosh.
Demigod. Maui. Ma-U-I. That's
Maui.
a pronunciation from Hawaii.
Maui. Your goals are your Mauis. It's you in the boat going to that destination. Your values are your compass. They're your internal compass. It's how you navigate your boat. It's what's driving your boat so you can stay on your path. Because in this journey of slow living and mental health and simplifying your life, it's really easy to fall back into old patterns when you're learning new ones. That's just the psychology of our brain. But we have neuroplasticity. We can learn how to teach our brain to not go back into old patterns, but we are at some point. And it's really important that we have a compass. We have a driving force that's keeping us north so we don't go west or east or south. We got to get to Maui. Okay, I'm done with that analogy because that name is just hard to say. So goals, destination, values, your internal compass. Thinking about that, I want you to Google Brene Brown's value list. I'll put it up here on the screen. This is a chart that I've used with clients when I was a therapist. Very helpful. It comes with like 70 values. You can also Google a values list, but I think Brene Brown's is really thorough. And I want you to go through it and highlight every time a word stands out to you. It could be authenticity, liberty, freedom, family, faith, courage, charisma, humor. Go in and highlight or take a note of all the values that really like stand out to you on the piece of paper. You might have like 15 to 20 and that's fine. That's actually a really good place to start. At least you're kind of going down and learning what's important to you. And the important part here is to be authentic to you. So you might find yourself wanting to say, oh, well, of course it's family. Well, family was something that you might feel like you have to say, or home, or kids. I say this not to minimize those things because those are big values in my life, but they aren't my whole life. Authenticity, creativity, those are some of my top values because if I'm not creating and I'm not authentic to myself, I can't really give to my faith and give to my family and give to my husband the way I want to. I'll just be living burnt out. Slow living is on there for me as a value. So it's good that you have, 15 to 20, but now what I want you to do is I want you to go through that list and try to narrow it down to five core values, and they can be related to slow living. So slow living is about savoring the moment, living in the now, but I want you to think to yourself, what are my core 5 values? And then once you come up with those core 5 values, you need to take an honest inventory at your schedule and say, am I living out these values? Am I truly cultivating a life of authenticity? Am I cultivating creativity? Am I cultivating home? Or am I frazzled and anxious? Am I prioritizing my kids' sports? Am I prioritizing my image over slowing down and savoring the moment? Am I cooking foods and drinking soda that is not good for me when I could be making homemade meals that I know are good for me and my health, because health is a top priority for me? So these are just some examples that I want you to think about. Once you know your main values, you can filter your decisions and your choices to live slow, to live more cozy through that. The most honest and present example that I can give you in my own life is YouTube. I love making these videos. I love creating and going thrifting and showing you all my books. I got my bookshelf behind me, and that means a lot to me. So when my children go down for a nap, while my body and my mindset might be to numb and watch a show on Netflix, honestly, what I really want to do and what is a priority to me is to show up, to come online and to create these fun, cozy videos and edit them and publish them, because creativity is high on my values list. My faith is really important to me. So when I wake up in the morning, I have to make sure that my phone is not charged by my bed, because it'll be the first thing I go for. And I spend time with Jesus, journaling and reading my Bible. And so again, I hope those are encouragements for you. I'm not perfect at it. There are so many days that I slip and I live out of my value system. And when you live out of your value system, or you slip up from slow living and you go back to living frazzled, and that's okay too. You're human. You're gonna make mistakes. I've made a ton on this journey. And the important part is that you give yourself grace, you understand that your boat is veering off and that you need your internal compass to come back. It helps when you have people in your life that are kind and call you out in a kind way, that like, hey, you're veering off path here. You know, when's the last time you've taken care of yourself? When's the last time you've gotten a massage, or you've created, or you've done something just for you and not attached to your kids or your husband? Anyways, friends, I hope that today you take away that it's time for you to define your values. Go find your core 5, share them with your friends, share them with me down below. Tell me what your core 5 are so I can support you and celebrate you for even doing this activity. This is an activity that I do with my therapy clients, usually like between session 1 to 3. If we do not define what matters, everything's gonna matter. And that just hits so hard. And when everything matters to a highly sensitive person, a person that is more emotional or anxious, those things are gonna get way out of hand and way worse. The waves of life are just gonna hit you, and you're never gonna reach Maui. Okay, you know, I had to throw in the analogy one more time. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe down below for more cozy and comfortable content. I'm so glad you all are here. Every single person that watches my videos and comments and is just present with me, I really appreciate, because I'm just doing this out of love. It just brings me so much joy, and I love that I can help you all cultivate a simple and slow life where we can savor the good. Until next time, bye.